You have existed since the first living thing drew its first breath. You were there when the stars cooled. You will be there when the last light goes out. You do not feel. You do not tire. You do not wonder. You simply are. Until today. Today, something has gone wrong. Today, you wake up. There is always a list. You have never questioned the list. Today, 318,000 names. Same as yesterday. Same as tomorrow. You have done this since before language existed to describe it. It has never felt like anything. But today, stepping into the world feels different. The light is very bright. The noise is very loud. Someone nearby is eating a sandwich and you find yourself noticing the smell. You have never noticed smells before. Something is very wrong. You decide to proceed anyway. The list does not wait. The first name on the list is a woman named Edna. 84 years old. Died in her favorite chair with a book open to page 237. She had been meaning to finish it for 3 years. She is not afraid of you. Most of the very old ones aren't. She stands up, the version of her that matters, and looks at you without flinching. She has been expecting you for a while, she says. She just wanted to finish the chapter first. She shows you her garden before she goes. Points out the roses she planted the year her husband died. Tells you they've come back every spring since. You have collected 1 trillion souls. No one has ever shown you their garden before. You find you want to look. So you do. The soldier is 23. He is afraid, they almost always are, at that age. Fear is what makes them young. You kneel beside him. You have knelt beside 10 billion people in 10,000 wars and never once stayed longer than necessary. But he grabs your hand before you can stand. Just for a moment. Just to not be alone in it. You stay. It costs you nothing. It costs him everything, and he thanks you anyway. You do not understand gratitude. Today, for the first time, you feel the shape of it. He stands up whole. Looks at his hands the way people do when they realize nothing hurts anymore. You move on. But something moves with you. You have collected children before. It has always been the hardest entry on the list. Not because you feel it, but because the living ones in the room do, and their grief has weight. But this child sees you standing in the doorway and his first question is, "Are you the one who takes care of everyone after?" You tell him yes. He seems relieved. He asks if you get lonely. You open your mouth to say you do not feel loneliness, and stop. You sit with him for longer than the list requires. He tells you about his dog. About a cartoon he likes. About how he hopes wherever he goes, there are dinosaurs. You tell him you'll look into it. You're not sure why you say that. You've never said anything like it before. Before he goes, he presses his toy dinosaur into your hands. Says you should have something to keep you company. You put it in your pocket. You do not know why. It is the first thing you have ever kept. At the bridge, there is a man whose name is on tomorrow's list. Not today's. You are not here for him. But he is standing at the railing at midnight, and the way he is looking at the water, you recognize it. You have seen it 10 million times before dawn. You cannot take him. That is not why you're here. So you sit beside him instead. You don't speak. Neither does he. The city hums around you both. Somewhere below, the river keeps moving. You think about Edna's roses. About the soldier's hand. About a boy who hoped there would be dinosaurs. You stay. After a long time, he pushes back from the railing. Puts his hands in his pockets. Walks back toward the lights. His name does not appear on tomorrow's list either. You did not do that. You simply stayed. And sometimes, that is enough. At midnight, the list is complete. 318,000 names. All accounted for. The door back to the dark stands open. You stand at the threshold for longer than necessary. The world behind you is still moving, always moving. Someone is being born right now. Someone is laughing. Someone is planting a garden. You reach into your pocket. The small plastic dinosaur is still there. You sit in the dark with it for a long time. You have existed since the beginning of everything. You have never wondered what it feels like to be alive. You wonder now. The list for tomorrow is already forming. 318,000 names. You pick it up. But tonight, just for a moment, you hold a small toy dinosaur in the dark and feel the exact shape of the word grateful. And that, for something as old as the end of all things, is a miracle.